Play the game. Play the game. Mist's Furnace. No, it reminds me of home. One day we'll be back in the lows. I swear it. Huh. Wasn't actually expecting that to open. Around the jewel, a strange otherworldly light swirls. You feel contempt. You wrap the strange jewel in a cloth, careful not to let it touch bare skin. You are suddenly overwhelmed by spite. You feel your hand ripping the beating heart from your enemy, laughing at his suffering. His lover's wailing is a lullaby, then nothing. This is a tear shed by Wotan, god of the lost races of dwarves. I sense him somehow. Take that gigantic crystal. No problem. Level 16. I can take these guys. Even if I couldn't conquer them. They had three shadow casters. Like, I ain't gonna do nothing to me. Oh, that's a dead dragon. Leather pants. A lot of pants here. They are all unsuitable. Guess we're not going to talk about the dead dragon. Okay, I was like, this looks kind of annoying. Okay. That's someone I can talk to. Green hood. There's no way this is going to be better. But I thought. Hello. From the huddled group of elves hiding in the caverns, their leader emerges. You have no claim to this cavern. Who are you? I'm not here to claim anything, elf. Relax. You didn't have to say it like that. As is often the case, telling an elf to relax always makes them more tense. How'd your people even get here? It's a treacherous journey this far within, even for me. Mountain life is hard. We sought refuge from the blizzard. Then the dragon, Cryonik, awoke. You're low on supplies, and you all look like you're starving. This isn't exactly a place you could call home. Better to starve here than live with the nobles as their servants, or out in the constant blizzards of the Whitelands. Your people are hurt. You're almost out of food. and these caves are crawling with dangers, be a leader and lead them out. And where would you have us go? We'd rather die than live with nobles, and I'd rather die here than be eaten by the dragon. You could join us in Illilian. Yeah. Illilian is a refuge for all who seek a home. The solution is simple. Join us. You have my word that will welcome you with open arms. We have heard talk that you can be trusted. Very well. We will leave these caves behind and find the angelic city. With the tension between the races, it's been long since anyone shown us kindness. Thank you. Farad dutifully guides his people from the treachery of their hovel to the caverns. You nearly think they're going to make it before the screaming starts, and the growling, then the gnashing, the ripping, the digesting. The dragon's had his meal. What? We open a portal, and... what? I don't understand. Hello, Cryonic. What level are you? Let's hazard a guess. 63. The massive form peers through the bleak darkness, its breath filling the air with a pungent, rotting stink. What a disappointment. Dwarves and elves are an absolute ambrosia, but meat of the Iron Ones is of no interest. If not to feed me, then why does the little one approach? What are you? Never seen anything like you. You're some kind of dragon. The little one's memory is broken, perhaps. Does it not see the past and future at once? Does it not know we are but one point on a wheel? Dragons are homies, but you kind of ate my elf homies. You know, I was gonna get homies. I don't know why we didn't just open a portal like we did last time, but whatever. I was just leaving. Actually, it was more passing through. Pretend you never saw me. Sure, we'll get a quest or something to do something about that dragon, but I'm not going to do anything about it right now, because there's no way I could fight a dragon. He went that way. We got a tier item. Go back to base here and check on our resources. Okay, so I guess you gotta be in the game in order to get these things. Marketplace, though. Okay, we still got the same thing from yesterday. Yo, these are actually interesting. Oh, this one is. I don't think we're getting intelligence ever again. You upgrade this? Oh, not friendly yet. Okay. You're level 15, that's so many dudes. I still don't know if I can beat you. As you wind the narrowing path to Strong Peak, you come by an old elven shadowcaster hunched over an inscription on a Corridel, a strange ancient obelisk.
Ah, you're the outsider thrumming up the Geholderat. They've been reinforcing Strong Peak because of your invasion.
This is no invasion. I come seeking help.
Then your endeavor has reached its natural conclusion. Help is precisely what I may provide. They say your name is Aviana, that you hail from an unknown place, Ilion.
Did they also tell you I've been imprisoned, attacked, shot at, insulted? You get the idea.
On behalf of my people, apologies. The Fate Hand has been cruel, and my people have grown cruel in response. My name is Rylan, and for 7 centuries I led the Rai dynasty through its best and worst times. This is clearly the worst of times.
There must be a way to get through to everyone.
There may be. Princess Ormiriel has called reinforcements to Strong Peak, but I know an ancient path. Observe.
You peer at the Corridel she's been inspecting. Just as the others had, this one reacts to you. Unlike before, the obelisk starts to hum. In the distance of the snowy winter, you hear the far-off humming of the other obelisks.
The sigils on the obelisks are like those in Ilion, but this hasn't happened before.
Obelisks.
These are not dwarven, but built by the unknowable race during the Lost Epoch.
I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! It's definitely obelisk. And they torment.
Now they are awoken. They reveal a secret path to Strong Peak. You can march ahead and confront the army face to face.
Or follow the ancient path revealed by the Corridels.
That you know this surprises you as much as it does Rylan. It's almost as though the obelisks are speaking to you, or through you.
You know a lot about these Corridels.
Indeed. I am a student of the world, and these obelisks are my teachers. You see, the White Lands were once known as the Niflheim. But before the dwarves, the ancient texts called this land Taurian. They say this mountain is not natural. It was built by the unknown race. The Corridels are what remain. If that is not a mystery in need of unraveling, I don't know what is.
I want to know more about the leader of the elves here. They say her name is Ormiriel.
Worshipped for her youth and nothing more, she is a petulant, arrogant young aristocrat.
You're the head of a dynasty, and I'm apparently an invader. You should want me dead, no?
My days of restoring the dynasty are behind me, as is my tendency to bicker over territory. My people must change, so go forth and change them.
You said you were the head of the Rai dynasty. I thought the only way an elf steps down as head is by death.
I'm no typical elf, now am I?
With the Corridels activated, I could take the secret path to Strong Peak, or I could fight my way in.
I'd say you have a decision to make. Go wisely.
This is no stronghold. It's a village.
A well-guarded one. There's soldiers everywhere.
Good thing they won't see us coming. Let's find their leader, Ormiriel, and get her to stand down.
How? Our guards still man the gates. What is this witchcraft? Unshackle me! Let me fight this witch back!
You're Ormiriel.
Say my name again and be food for our arrows.
I was told this woman was your leader. Why do you have her shackled?
The guards stand ready to fight, but do not answer.
We only came to the Whitelands looking to ally ourselves with you. There's no need for bloodshed.
Through their silence, Ormiriel's royal guards imply they disagree.
If you are the chieftain, Ormiriel, I beg you, call off your guards and listen.
The chieftain gave you an order. Stop saying her name.
I also demanded you free me from these chains.
In a rage, Ormiriel rips the chains from her wrists, metal bursting into shards in all directions. She immediately grabs her weapon and points it at her guards.
You will do as I say. Send the invaders to the four heavens. Do this and you may survive my wrath.
Oh boy. Okay, majority frontliners, 2 shadowcasters that don't matter. This Arctic Dryad is going to be obnoxious. But what are you? Fire Dance. 4 slashes. Primal damage inflicts blinded if she hits once. Protected if she hits twice. Burning if she hits 3 times. And motivated it's 4 times. That's cool. Prisons the target with glacial spikes. Primal damage, paralyzed, bleeding, and chilled. Yikes. Okay. Wow. Proved critical, inspired, and evasive. Wow. Okay. My team is nothing to slouch at. We just gotta survive 3 rounds. What's going on here? Deals unholy damage and inflicts slow to units who don't move during their turn. Oh no. Inflicts immobilize to units who have already... Oh, that's a typo right there. Already have slowed. These units are not healed from unspent AP and can't get the benefits from the defend action at the end of a turn. Well, you know, we don't get HP for unspent AP, so that doesn't matter. Not moving is obnoxious. Makes a few of my characters not as good. What happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? For the most part, everybody is melee. She's back here. This isn't going to be as obnoxious as it seems, but it's not great. That's for show.
I'll sneak past them.
You know what? That's a mistake.
Now you see me.
What a jerk.
I am Abigail.
Advancing. Push them back. Advancing. Push them back.
Ow. Maybe this is going to be more difficult than I thought.
Die! Die!
One, two, three, four.
With grace and rage.
I could heal him. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Oh my gosh.
I see my enemy. Like an arrow.
Feel the snake's bite! I'll sneak past them.
I see my enemy die quickly. Like
Just
an
survived,
arrow.
dog.
My blades are
That's really bad
sharp.
because I needed to go over there.
Face your death.
Back.
Hang in there, dog.
Moving out.
Um.
Bones are for crushing. You will serve me in time.
2, 3, 4. I think you should be fine. Question mark. You have 40% minus 15% on you. More than a 50% chance to lose.
You mess with Abby, you mess with me. Feel the snake's bite. You mess
now
with
you're gonna
Abby,
get hit.
you mess with me.
And you can't move.
Quick, but painful.
I am Avion.
Wait, he gets to go again. That is not good.
This should be fun.
These are not your lands.
Hang in there, dog. I believe in you. Found my house.
Machilari Penitapio! With grace and rage.
I definitely recommend Tapatio. Or a god. Oh. Moving right here would have been better. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Could have done that a little bit better, but we survived. Muriel stands above the dead bodies of her royal guard. There's blood strewn in red ribbons across the snowy ground.
It's over, Muriel.
They're dead. I'm free.
Tell me what's going on here. You're the chieftain to these people.
I am.
Yet you were in chains.
My scouts say you are the leader of an unknown land named Ilion. So then you know that all leaders are, in truth, captives of their people. I was a princess during the schism. Abducted and brought here. Instead of negotiating my ransom, I negotiated a truce amongst the elves. But the shackles remained.
The other elves in Strongpeak don't look much like you.
When our god Galleon fled Nevendar, our people were ripped in two. I am from the group they called Feral. The elves of Strongpeak called themselves noble. But we are all elves.
Your royal guards acted more like jailers than anything else.
Impressive. My scouts said you were deadly, but not that you were observant. I am the stolen child of the Orr dynasty. So long as I remain chained, the bonds of truce remain between the elven clans.
Tell the elves to stand down. You have to see that we mean you no harm.
Do I? I have an army of scouts across the White Lands. I've been watching, Aviana. You say you mean us no harm, but we both know you have elven blood on your hands.
Didn't have much of a choice.
I won't argue, you're right. What we're trying to do for Ilion has never been done before. We made mistakes. But with your help, we can rise above them.
You extend your hand, and Ormuriel takes it hesitantly, rendered hopeful by your words. But something catches her eye.
What? Where did you get that?
Ah, it's a trinket from your friend Cowan. He asked we give it to you.
Ormuriel backs away, fear in her eyes. To your shock, the small artifact comes to life, crawling from your skin to hers. It burrows into her palm.
What have you done? This is a Tarek law.
A what?
She tries to stop the artifact from burrowing deeper into her hand, but cannot. She winces in agony as she speaks.
Cowan is no friend. He claims these lands as his own, and he has been trying to find a way into Strong Peak to kill me. And now, if he has the other Tarek law, he can hear our every word and see what my eyes see.
Which means he knows the secret path to Strong Peak is open. Or Muriel, you're not safe here.
Where am I to go?
Come with me. Pretty soon you'll see.
This is my doing. Come with us. We'll find Cowan, undo the binding, and make him pay for double-crossing me.
I know you're right. I can't stay here. When this is done, we'll discuss the intersection of your people and mine. Until then, Cowan must be stopped.
I missed some dialogue, which I regret, because I wasn't paying attention. Ormuriel looks down at the incision in her hand, where the artifact burrowed through.
But first, this thing, this Tarek law, needs to be removed. While it remains, I too remain imprisoned.
Do you know it can be safely removed?
If there is a way, Rylan will know.
Rylan? The old woman? I've had the pleasure of her company already.
You did? You've been to the west?
No, she was to the south, by the catacombs.
How strange. My scouts tell me she has not left her home behind the ice for many years. We should go there first.
Ormuriel. A feral elf taken captive by noble clans, Ormuriel has earned her place among both. Being the first to mend the divide between clans since the schism, Ormuriel has the potential to unite her people. But what will grow from the seeds of unification that she has sown? What indeed? Okay, so she still has the same stuff. You have a ghetto weapon. Give you something a little more workable. Okay, so you have 207 power. You have 260. That's because you have this vicious blade. Okay. Ormuriel is kind of tempting to use in place of Orion. Kind of tempting. She has some good abilities. Her fire dance ability is pretty crazy. It inflicts burning if she hits 3 times. And that has synergy with one of the other people that I have. You know, this could work out. Grants regen for the first 3 rounds of battle. Wow. primal damage. Let's give you 10% primal damage. Thing is Orion just does big damage. He just does so much damage. And he's always exalted. I mean, he just does even more damage. Kind of hard to replace Orion. Let's grab some quests. Most in Strong Peak either look right through you, or their glare bores into you with marked distrust. So you take notice of the kindly elf watching you approach with a glimmer of hope in his eyes. You look strong of heart and mind, a refreshing sight amongst my cold-hearted brethren. Yeah, your people aren't exactly inviting. You rid these people of the Empire pest spying on our every move. They should be singing your name to the Galhandian. Make sure they sing Aviana. It's Aviana. 1 V, 1 Y, 2 N's, and a bunch of A's. So it is. I am Hyrule. Well, I begin the trek back down the mountain paths, past the Corridels, and through the fields of Naught. By the seasons of my body, I pledge myself to your cause, young adventurer. The druid takes his leave, gently hobbling out of sight as he makes his way through the snow and down the mountainside. Hey Avi, where's my purse? Mine's gone too. Son of a galleon, you don't think that elf stole from us, do you? We should at least get our purses back. You have to be kidding me. Is there one elf in Nevendar we can trust? Or Muriel tries not to take offense. Secretly, she would tend to agree with your frustration. Alright, that's it. We're going down the mountain, finding this Hyrule, and taking back what was ours. Please tell me you didn't rob us blind. I hide most of my money in my boots, and under my bed, in my trousers, but that's hardly the point. I didn't catch where he was going. Me neither, though. I mean, there's nowhere to go from Strong Peak but down. Maybe back to the Fields of Naught? You were a princess to these people. Surely you've met this the man before. I was a princess in chains, but the name Hyrule, it's common among feral elves, not nobles. We're heading down the mountain to find Hyrule. Let's at least find him before he spends what he stole. Very few nobles can be seen around the forgery on Strong Peak. In fact, you've noticed many actively avoid the place. Not that you would. Forges are among the few places that remind you of home. You take in the meticulously crafted weaponry strewn about her workspace. I'm Aviana, and you're talented. I am, but none of that's mine. I get those from hidden caverns in the abandoned dwarven armories. Not so hidden to me, of course. By get them, you mean steal them. Nobles all have 3 things in common. They're stupid, like pretty blades, and have money to burn. Besides, the dwarves are dead, and what need of weapons have they now? Think of me as an archaeologist. It's all fair game. No sense in such treasures going to waste. That's how I see it. Shame then that the caverns are blocked up. Some of my kin, squatters really, have moved into the dwarven armories. The one with the finest trove, in fact, convinced them to leave. The cave with the massive black dragon you conveniently forgot to mention? Yeah, I've been there. It's a dwarven cave. There's always a dragon. So, what of the elves? I convinced them to leave. The dragon did the rest, if you know what I mean. Cryonek's appetite is impressive, hence my armor. I say the season of their bodies has ended. For guaranteeing a supply of weapons into Strong Peak, I'll see you have the thanks of the nobles here, and take this, a trinket for your troubles. -5 Elven Alliance for +10 Elven Alliance. Skin of Wotan. That is the last quest. You're gone. You still want to scrap, though.
Aviana.
Muriel brings the party to an abrupt halt. You turn to see her staring into the distance. You allow a stilted silence to fill the open air.
We are near to the ice wall, and beyond that, Chieftain Rylon.
I don't have your elven eyes or Muriel, but if you say so, I believe you. There must be some way to get past it.
Muriel looks momentarily unsure. You imagine that it is rare for her to lack knowledge of these lands.
It is a secret of the Rye dynasty, unknown to the Orr. Although I'm confident that once there, we will uncover the secret.
She stares downwards. Her palm opens and closes several times.
We need to hurry on.
If you tell me Ryla'an is trustworthy, I'll accept it. But I have my doubts.
She was a chieftain for centuries. That does not happen without wisdom and an eye for what is best. Besides, we are both feral elves.
I'm still planning on getting our revenge on Cowan, once this thing is out of you.
As am I. He shall pay for his crimes with his life.
She raises her palm to her mouth.
If you are listening, Cowan, do not mistake my words. You will die.
Let's go then.
I guess I was right that, he was a plant, basically. He planted himself. Before you stands a wall of ice, smooth and shining with the fierce blue glow.
We are close.
You jerk your head towards your companions.
To Ryla'an, you mean?
Yes, she lives just beyond the ice. But there is something else here.
Muriel takes a deep sniff of the air.
A stench lingers. One of betrayal.
I've known that stench before.
Muriel gives you a look.
The smell of an elf who is due an unclean death.
Cowan? Are you sure?
Yes. Though how recently, I cannot say.
You reach out to the wall, no more than an inch from the surface. You cannot help but recoil.
Cold, is it?
No colder than your wit, or your heart.
A cold heart is not such a bad thing. For one, the damned track warm hearts more easily.
Okay, now that's disturbing.
There must be a way through.
Arrows would not penetrate it, and my steel would barely scratch its surface.
Muriel leans in a little closer. As the words leave your lips, you jump back in shock at the sudden fire engulfing Muriel's hand.
Or Muriel, what's going on?
Let me help you, Armeriel.
No! Stand back!
With her other hand, the elven warrior pushes the party away.
The power! I can feel it coursing through my veins.
You're gonna lose your hand!
No!
Remain steadfast, your eyes locked on the elf's agony. And then, within an instant, the pain etched across Omeriel's face subsides. The flame remains burning bright as if a star is being birthed. A moment later, the flame and the light vanish. Where before stood a towering wall of blue is now only empty space. Beyond the space, a dwelling is glimpsed.
Coruscant, please see to her wounds.
Let me help, Ormariel. I can heal you.
No, I do not... No. Thank you, Coruscant. But I'm not truly hurt.
Omeriel offers her hand. There are the aged scars of a warrior and the thin line of the artifact's forceful insertion, but of the flame, nothing remains.
What magic is this?
The Tarek law. We Sundancers learn of many magics, including this. However, we knew only that it is a device for binding, for a captor to watch and torment as they please. It seems that there is more to our understanding.
If you blame me for this, I'd understand.
I was angry, but only for a moment. This is Cowan's doing, not yours. If anything, I'm grateful to you, and am in your debt.
Jesus.
We are equal, Ormariel.
We are equal, and equals. Aviana, thank you.
Cowan clearly didn't know its power when he gave it to me. We should use it to crush him.
Even now, Cowan's eyes are no doubt upon us.
Then let's find those eyes and cut them out.
We officially have that as her power? Don't seem like it. Ah. Okay. Not yet. The party approaches a wooden building nestled at the foot of the mountains. It is neither grand nor majestic, yet it radiates a brutal physicality against the surrounding snow and ice.
This is Ryla'an's home?
It is.
I assume there's more to the plan than knocking on the front door?
As opposed to sneaking around the back? No, Ryla'an is a wise woman, and her chieftain days are behind her. There is no animosity here.
Ooh, the same strange odor. We should be wary.
I am always wary, as should you be.
Ah yes, of course. Thanks.
You take a moment to truly observe the area. It is desolate. There are a few plants poking out through the snow, and those which do are a frail, sickly yellow.
A little different to home, eh?
It is a hard life in the mountains, and yet we survive.
Stay behind me.
You move towards the wooden door, but before entering its reach, the door opens with a slow, loud creak.
Watch out!
From the open doorway emerges a shadow. For an instant, the shadow is large and looming, until it shrinks to reveal a hunched woman wrapped in furs.
Aviana, why are you...
Ryla'an's gaze moves past your shoulder.
Ormariel!
Yeah, we're gonna watch Ryla'an's. You might betray us. A flicker of astonishment watches over Ryla'an's face. There and gone so quickly that it is impossible to know for sure whether it was real or imagined.
Chieftain Rylan, it is good to see you.
And you, Princess. You are free of your prison.
I am. I have Aviana here to thank for that.
It was no problem at all. A pleasure, in fact.
Well, I am happy that you have both emerged alive. And how are you, Ormariel? Not too diminished to fight, I hope.
Never, Chieftain. Bonds may hold me, but will never break me. I am ready to claim my freedom in its entirety, but for two problems.
Ormuriel extends her hand, palm open and facing up to the open sky. Snowflakes fall softly around the thin scar where the artifact forced its way inside.
A Tarak lore?
Yes. I have been passed from captor to captor, and now I am bonded to another. Can it be removed?
The old woman's eyes flicker between Ormuriel's face and the hand.
It is possible, but the pain will be unlike anything you have endured before, Princess. You would never fully heal. Such artifacts are not designed to be safely removed.
She hesitates, turning away from the party, her face now hidden from sight.
I can handle it, Chieftain.
Are we certain that there is not some other magic in the world to remove it?
There is no safe way except for that which I offer, if you would join me inside.
Ormuriel places her other hand on your shoulder.
I can handle it.
Then come in, Princess, and let us prepare. It will require much time. Aviana, it would be best if you return at a later time.
Hey, Retsu.
What would you prefer, Ormuriel?
Ormuriel's entire demeanor softens.
I would appreciate it if you and the others remained here. Captive, freedom, captive, freedom. I cannot help but think that the cycle will continue.
Ormuriel, I am living proof of freedom. Together we will ensure yours.
We will break the cycle. You'll have true freedom. Of that, I promise.
I hope you are right.
You give a gentle smile to your companion. And then, behind her, a scowl on the face of Ryla'an, gone in the span of a blink. What's happening to your face?
Ryla'an, your expression suggests I've just defecated in the middle of the floor. What's wrong?
Nothing! Nothing! You must leave, and Ormuriel enter. The magic does not work well in the company of many.
There's something you're not telling me. Fix that.
The old woman sighs and turns back to Ormuriel.
You said you had two problems before being able to truly claim your freedom. The first was the Tarak lore. And the second?
Ormuriel opens her mouth to speak, but Ryla'an continues without pause, her face hardening.
The second problem, Princess, was Cowan. The rightful heir to these lands. My son.
Didn't expect this one. How's my day going? My day is going pretty good. Well, actually, it started off not so great. Woke up at like 3 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, man, this is gonna be rough. But you know, then I got a little bit more sleep. Stayed up, watched a stream in the morning, and got a little bit of rest. And then now I'm back, and you know, I'm playing this game, and this game is great. So day is going great so far. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
No. Surely we can work through this. He's the reason we're in this mess.
Walk through this, pathetic girl. You are no better than her.
The stomping of boots on snow from behind the group arrives swiftly and suddenly. Spinning, you see a mass of figures, all armed and prepared for war.
No!
Ormuriel screams in pain, gripping the hand corrupted by the Tarak lore with her other. There is no time to come to her aid as the battle breaks out around you. A familiar voice breaks through the sudden din.
Ormuriel, it is time for you to finally die.
Defeat Cowan, Ormuriel must survive. Well, Ormuriel's not in the battle, so... oh well. Oh man, we have Grasp of the Abyss again. Winter Witch. Let's see what Cowan's all about. Snake Strike. Okay. Okay. Cowan is, he has a lot of HP, but doesn't look like he's going to be someone that I need to worry about too much. Got a lot of crit, too. Pierces an enemy with blades of shadow. Unholy damage, bleeding, and afraid. Rebel Assassin does not use his gold AP. His abilities deal massive damage on the next turn. Ooh. That's scary. Use the weapons of melee and ranged allies with venom. Inflicts poison to the target. Okay. Interesting. So then we have an assassin in the back line. Wonderful. We have a Winter Witch. Ray of Frozen Energy in a line. Primal damage to all units in its way. Chilled. Rage of Winter. 5 area. Violent Snowstorm for 2 rounds, dealing primal damage to all units. Chilled and Demoralize. Inflicts Cursed on the enemies hit by... Ooh, okay. Use the magic use the abilities of magic allies with ice energy. Inflicts chilled on enemies hit by magic units. If the enemies are below. What is a magic unit and a magic ally? I don't know. Okay, so I get chilled if I attack people. And everybody poisons. And we have to constantly move around. And wonderful. Just wonderful. This battle requires you to place Ormuriel on your front lines. Please add them to your starting formation. Alright. We will make the adjustment. I know, hate waking up early. Always hard to get back to sleep at that time. Nothing much. Just bought Crosscode. And it's so good so far. It's really, you really enjoy it. Definitely a game you should check out for an RPG. I had a friend recommend that to me. I think it's a game that I will get around to playing someday for sure. I don't know much about it, of course. But